have to give some credit to the American people that they're somewhat intelligent.
They rob you blind and you thank them for it. That's a tragedy. That's a scam. That's why I'm saying this right now. Americans, you don't need a tariff. You need a revolution. For decades, your government and oligarchs ship your job to China. Not for diplomacy, not for peace, but to exploit cheap laborers. And in the process, they hollowed out your middle class, crushed your working class, and told you to be proud while they sold your future for profit. And yes, China made money, but we used it to build roads, lift millions out of poverty, fund healthcare, raise living standard. We reinvested in our people. My family also benefited from it. What did your oligarchs do? They bought yachts, private jets, mansions with golf course driveways. They manipulated the market, dodged tax, and poured billions into endless wars. And you get stagnated wages, crippling healthcare costs, cheap dopamine, debt, and flagged wave probably made in China while they pick your pocket. For 40 years, both China and the United States benefit from the trade, the manufacturing, but only one of us use that wealth to build. This isn't China's fault. This is yours. You let this happen. You let the oligarchs fit your lies while they made you fat, poor, and addicted. Now they blame China for mess they made. I don't think so. I don't think you need another tariff. You need to wake up. You need to take your country back. I think you need a revolution.
I'm so fucking sick of this life. Every day you get up, you go to work. But what the fuck for? What are we getting up for? You get up, you go to work, you get paid, you pay your bills, you're fucking broke. Every fucking week. When's it gonna change? Is this just the way it is now? Just live our lives fucking broke? No money to save? No vacation? Just barely pay your bills. Nothing left. And you wonder why people have so many problems with their mental health. Because they're just not fucking happy. It affects all aspects of your life. You go to work, you're fucking thinking about it. Drive home, you're thinking about it. With your family, you're thinking about it. You try to sleep, you're thinking about it. You don't get a fucking break. And that's what the people in the government don't understand. The people are fucking tired. We're sick and tired of the bullshit. People need fucking help, and they know it ain't fucking coming. And that's the reality of the whole situation. We're all just fucked.
I know I look like crap this morning, and I apologize. My name is Angel. I live in Columbia, Missouri. I woke up watching news and finding out we are going to give Argentina a $20 billion bailout. While we can't even have health care in this country. And we're falling apart. And our beautiful fucking orange wannabe God seems to think he needs a Nobel Peace Prize, which I don't understand because he's tearing our country apart.
Yeah.
I'm really not crazy. I really never knew this. I am 60 years old. And for the first time in my life, I am scared to death to live in this country. I want to take my family and leave. I can't afford passports, imagine. But anyway, please, if you agree with me, call your senators, protest, do whatever you can. But I don't understand why we're giving another country $20 billion.
Please bear with me, because this is a message that is a long message, but a message I feel like needs to get out there to as many people that are willing to hear it. So here it is. I am not okay. I am not okay with what's happening in this country. I am not okay with families working themselves to exhaustion and still coming home to empty refrigerators. I am also not okay with children that go to bed hungry while we have politicians that stand behind podiums on world stages and will debate it as policy and budget reform. I am not okay with this world thinking that this is about politics. It's not about politics. It's about humanity. And the cold, hard fact is humanity is losing right now. See, when a mother must choose whether or not she has to pay rent or groceries, something's broken. When a senior citizen must choose whether or not he's going to buy his blood pressure medicine or a loaf of bread, something is very wrong with that picture. When we have a parent working 2 jobs and they can't even fill a grocery cart, we have failed as a nation. I am not okay. Food is not a privilege. It is a basic human right. No one deserves to go hungry. We can have a lot of political people that will continue to argue policy while we have people that starve in our own backyards. You can quote statistics all you want to, while we have families all over our nation that are praying over empty plates on their table.
We're moving out of the US in 4 months, and I'm starting to think we're not going to have enough time. I'm starting to worry and get scared that we're really not going to have enough time. With the way things are looking at the airports right now and the government shutdown, I'm fucking scared we're not going to be able to fly out. And what do we do with that? Do we plan to drive? We weren't planning to drive originally, but I guess it's time to come up with a plan, a different plan on how to get there. If we could go sooner, we would definitely go sooner, but we don't have the funds to go sooner. So what?
How very much I've loved you. How very much I've tried my best to give you the good life. But in spite of all of that I've tried, a handful of our people with their lies have made our life impossible. There's no way to detach ourselves from what's happened today. Not only we're in a compound situation, not only are there those who have left and committed the betrayal of the century, some have stolen children from others, and we are sitting here waiting on a powder keg. I don't think this is what we want to do with our babies. 1,200 people's lives in my hands, and I certainly don't want your life in my hand. But I'm going to tell you, Christine, without me, life has no meaning. I'm the best friend you'll ever have. I made my expression. I made my manifestation, and the world was ready, not ready for me. Paul said, I was a man born out of due season. I've been born out of due season just like all we are, and the best testimony we can make is to leave this goddamn world.
Please, for God's sakes, let's get on with it. We've lived as no other people have lived and loved. We've had as much of this world as you're going to get.
There are a lot of things that trigger people in this nation. There are a lot of subject matter that trigger people in this nation. And blood and ballots is going to be one of them. The blood will not be on the hands of politicians or Trump or Elon Musk. The blood will be on the people's hand. And that's why I associated the scripture, 1 Timothy 5:22, with that particular piece. And you can see the people's hand coming from down high. The American people, they think that they sit high and look low, but you see blood on their hands, on their palms, on their fingers. They are responsible for their own selection of power. And so 1 Timothy 5:22, it says, lay hands suddenly on no man. Suddenly mean quick, abrupt, fast. Lay hands suddenly on no man. Neither be partakers of other men's sins. In essence, what the scripture is saying is that, see, the problem with American people is that whomsoever is the loudest and the most popular, that's who they put their energy behind. That's who they cast their ballots for. That's who they wave their hands for. I'm in favor of him. You see how he cut him down last night's debate? I'm in favor of her. You see how she shut that shit down in the name of feminism? So abrupt, so quick to get behind people and support them. Lay hands suddenly on no man. Neither be partake of other men's sins. And so the latter part of that scripture consists of, when you elect people, whether that be a pastor, a political figure, chairman of an organization, whomsoever is loud and popular, when you select them, when you choose them, when you lay your hands in a situation where you elect them, in essence, you are going to be participating in their sin, even if it's genocide. The American people are a problem. And you look at the protests, man, those protests was dark, melanated people out there for many years. They began to accumulate this bronze, this brown tone. Now you got a lot of pale faces out there. And they're not just men. They are women. They are youth. Because the American people have a tendency to sit on their front porch and watch disaster take place in the streets before them. That's not my issue. My son don't look like him. I'm not getting involved in that protest. Or I don't worship like them. I don't even worship with them. I'm not getting involved in that. It's like a bully. You never seen a bully stand in the middle of playground and challenge everybody at the same damn time. You don't see that. What you do see is the bully will go over here to the swing set and bully that child off the swing set. And who's watching? Who's looking? child over there on the slide. The two over there on the seesaw. Another one over there on the monkey bars. They play at bay and watch this child get bullied off the swing on a Wednesday morning. But then Friday rolls around. The bully wants the slide. He makes his way over to the slide and bully that child off that slide. And so now you got the one on the swing, like, he took the swing. It's no dealing. I don't want no dealings with that. The one on the monkey bars continue to not care about what's going on over there. The two on the seesaw, same response. The American people are good at watching other folk go through things, but okay, you're not a part of this class. You're not a part of that class. But I promise your ass, in America, you will be visited. Black Lives Matter didn't matter to a lot of people. Those first responders who didn't want to get vaccinated didn't matter to a lot of people. Those teachers that were out in the streets didn't matter to a lot of people. Those women that showed up for Roe v. versus Wade didn't matter to a lot of people. All y'all gonna get y'all issues. Group after group, crowd after crowd, class after class, you all getting it. Because you'll never be bullied at the same time. He challenges classes. He challenges groups. And y'all stand by. It's too late. The machine is in motion. Ain't shit y'all can do. It's over. Welcome to the United States of Communism.
الظاهر في قنبلة فجرت في قدام الداكن السيارة. الظاهر في قنبلة فجرت في قدام الداكن السيارة. الظاهر في قنبلة فجرت في قدام الداكن. الظاهر في قنبلة فجرت في قدام الداكن. الظاهر في قنبلة فجرت في قدام الداكن السيارة.
In America, there's an old saying, naked truth. And the inspiration behind just that concept compelled me to do a piece that involved the fact that once the naked truth is obvious, it's going to lead to, I think the uproar is an understatement. And that was the thought behind that piece. Naked flames. Once the naked truth is established, once the American people come to grips with that, it's going to be mayhem. It's going to be bloodshed. And so that was the thought behind Naked Flames. thought behind pro-death established that I noticed over the years that it seemed that everything that the American people were protesting about was literally being put to death. So you would see a group of people out there protesting about, injustices revolving around the court system that involve, police brutality. You would see people out protesting in regards to something that pertained to the educational system. There were teachers out in the streets protesting. Then you had the Roe v. versus Wade situation. During COVID, you had first responders who felt like they were being pressured into being vaccinated. And so there's been all this pushback. And so that was the theme behind that. Everything that people were protesting about was being put to death.
I knew that was going to be a limited power trip. I knew it because here's the thing about American people. The American people are empowered so they can take their power and go and infringe on the rights of other Americans. Freedom of speech. Look at how we've utilized that and promoted hate towards one another. You had people that didn't want to wear a mask during COVID, even if they were from a distance. But those who did choose to wear a mask, look at how they pressed people who didn't want to wear a mask. The American people take their liberties, their power, and they infringe on other folks' liberty. And so, in terms of that, Zuckerberg removing that, it was only to empower these people for a moment. And what did the LGBTQ community do? A lot of them, not all, but many of them, yeah, I'm a him, but I want you to refer to me as a her. Yeah, I'm a her, but I'm a him, or I'm a us. And so you have the liberty to be who you are, but you took that liberty and that little power, and your attempt was to infringe on other folks' right. And so, no, I wasn't, I looked for that. Think about it, even feminism, they were given power. What did they do with it? All men are narcissists. Black Lives Matter, what did they do with it? They run around, if you white, if you got money, you owe me. Reparations, bitch. And so that's what happens when you're dealing with feeble-minded people. Power is given to the American people for a moment, for a limited time. And what do they do with their power? They go and infringe on the rights of other Americans. The people are the problem. And in terms of some revolution, it's just going to be televised. And the winners are not going to be the people. You all are dependent. Right now it's income tax season. You all are dependent on a government agency called IRS to release them checks. Down in New Orleans, when they were on rooftops with sheets, bedspreads, saying, "Look, help us, we stranded." Who were they dependent on? FEMA, United States government. The people are powerless. There's no power to the people.
Smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am. Very easy.
Wow, very easy. The entitlement.
No, believe me, I'm much better than that.
The entitlement, guys. Wow.
No, believe me, I'm much better than that.
The entitlement, guys. Wow.
Okay, so everybody's talking about Donald Trump, JD Vance, Peter Thiel, but nobody's talking about Rockbridge. And that's exactly how they want it. So let me break this down so you actually know what this is. Rockbridge isn't just a campaign, it's not a think tank. It's not even technically a PAC. It's a private club for billionaires, for tech bros and old money donors who are building political projects the same way that Silicon Valley is building startups. You pay a buy-in anywhere from $100K to $1 million, and this is per year. And what you're really buying is a seat at the table, where right-wing America gets planned out in real time. So who's behind it? This thing was founded in 2019 by J.D. Vance, the VP, and Chris Buskirk, who's a MAGA media guy, I guess. But the brains and the bankroll? Peter Thiel. The Mercer family, the Winklevoss twins. It's the exact mix that you'd expect. Tech libertarians who hate government, hedge fund families who hate taxes, and cultural warriors who hate diversity. So what do they do with all that money? They fund media outlets so conservative talking points drown out everything else in your feed. They build shadow transition teams, literally ready-to-go governments stacked with their people so when the Republicans win, they flood DC with operatives. They use lawfare, suing universities, journalists, anybody who threatens their narrative. And they bankroll down ballot races in red states, sheriffs, judges, school boards, because they know that power does not just live in the White House. Why does this matter? Right? See, Trump is just the circus act. Rockbridge is the infrastructure. They don't care if it's Trump, DeSantis, Vance, some other puppet. They don't care. They're building a machinery that outlives every single politician. They meet twice a year in these secret retreats, Palm Beach, DC, even international locations. And what comes out of those meetings? The lawsuits, the campaigns, the talking points that you're going to see 6 months later. So yeah, Rockbridge is a lab where they're engineering the future of right-wing power. And while we're all distracted by Trump, they're busy setting up the playbook for the next 20 years. Pay attention.
I've been told to shut up before I get in trouble. Really? You think you're gonna shut me up because I might get in trouble? Really? When this motherfucker is a convicted rapist and he's not in trouble and all he does is cause trouble? Fuck.
We are officially out of time. That window closed a few months ago out in California. The government is now effectively taking over these 19 states in yellow with the National Guard. They will be out in full deployment, and it won't stop there. They're going to try to take over this whole entire country. We don't have midterms to rely on. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to hold your hand when I say any of this to you, and I'm not exaggerating whatsoever. This is the moment where every single person in this country needs to wake the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. And you need to start caring. We can't really prevent much at this point, but what we can do is go into defense mode. We can try our absolute hardest to stop it where it's at. And that's not going to be easy. We're going to have to get every single person involved in this, and that means boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. And it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be your peaceful protests. It's not going to be standing in the streets with signs. I can't say what that means on here, but you know what that means. And if you have an ounce of care, you need to man the fuck up. A lot of us have been warning everybody for months that this is what was going to happen if we didn't put a stop to it back then. And we're here now. Are you prepared now? Because the game is here. We're in the game. You need to take this, boots on the ground. Boots on the ground.
You do realize that by having American soldiers in the streets of our country, that we are the enemy of the government, right? They put guns in their hands now. Like, they're arms. Like, that's against us. We're not free. This is a hostile military takeover. We are not safe. We are not protected. And so many people I know are just carrying on with life just as normal, as if nothing is happening. Nobody is sharing information in real life. Nobody is liking political things that I'm posting. Nobody seems to fucking care. And honestly, like, I don't even know who my friends are anymore, because people are just silent. Like, what am I supposed to do? I feel like I've been shouting this from the rooftops since day one of this administration this year, and people don't want to hear it. I am completely sickened by the apathy of the people that I know that don't seem to give a fuck. I'm sorry, I don't even have a fucking capacity to handle this right now because I have so much stuff going on in my own personal life. But guess what? We don't have the fucking luxury to sit by. It is your responsibility as an American citizen to fucking resist tyranny.
To bring the head down in this world, we gotta start with Trump and everybody else. We gotta knock Trump ass off his pedestal. He got to go. Donald Trump got to go. And anybody else that's up under them motherfuckers gotta go. Y'all around this bitch playing, bitch. But I ain't the motherfucker playing, ho. Y'all around this bitch playing. Doing all this soft ass shit like y'all scared to get up. You got the white people at Washington, D.C., deep as hell, standing on business, but you hoe ass niggas can't get up and stand on y'all motherfucking business. These white people showing y'all that they got more nuts than y'all. And these people, the white people that's tired of Trump doing shit to the black people, they standing up out there for y'all protesting, putting their life on the line for you whack, sorry ass niggas that's scared to stand up. You niggas will kill yourselves all day, go out and do black on black crime all day. But when it's time to go against them racist bitches, y'all tuck y'all tail like hoes. I don't want to hear no gangster shit. I don't want to hear no gangster shit that none of y'all bitch ass niggas in the neighborhood is talking about. Nobody on TikTok. I don't want to hear shit from no black bitch ass niggas that ain't standing up. Y'all some hoe ass suckers, man. Willie Lynch, motherfucking Jim Crow ass niggas.
We need to go to war with the pigs. We need to go to war with the government. We the only powerhouse that went to war with the pigs and the government. No fear. Fuck this system, nigga. Free us so we free.
If the older generations thought that millennials were rebellious, just wait till you get a load of what we've been raising. Because they're coming. They're the ones that's going to unplug this system. It's not us. I really thought that it's going to be us. It's not going to be us. We were the last generation to be sold the American dream, and none of us bought it. Now, we're raising the ones that's gonna unplug this system and flip this fucking chessboard the fuck up. I mean, I know some of them that'll burn it the fuck down. We've raised the generation. We are raising them. This is it. It's them. It's them. They're him. They're her. That's them. And I can't fucking wait to see it. I can't wait to witness it.
Also, we need to sit up here and really talk about the fact that America is fully able to feed us 8 to 9, 10 times over, but they decide not to on a daily basis. And instead of making sure that we have food tomorrow, fuck the SNAP benefits. Instead of making sure that America has a livable wage, America has free fucking healthcare, America has the ability to take a fucking day off and go to sleep and fucking not have to fucking work for a system. Instead of doing that, they took their fucking weekend off. Niggas ain't mad enough. Because if it was affecting me heavily and really fucking me up, I would have stopped feeding into this motherfucking system, and I would have started feeding into my motherfucking creativity, my motherfucking energy, and went back and got my motherfucking shit back in blood from these bitches. But wait a minute. Y'all mad at me because I won't lay down and take whatever the fuck is given to me. I'm teaching my daughter to question every single thing. If it's not flourishing, it's dying. Figure out why. Come on now, my nigga.
It was just announced that they're gonna send the military out against United States citizens in Portland. 2 days ago, there was an executive order signed stating that they're gonna increase the surveillance and crackdowns on Antifa, which is simply anybody who is anti-fascist. We are also missing over 1,200 people from these detention centers. 1,200 people are missing. And you think that they care about people standing around in the streets with signs? Are you finally going to listen to all of us who have been saying for months that the time for that is over, it doesn't work anymore? They don't care. They don't care. They don't care! We also don't have midterms. We don't have over a whole year. We're only 9 months in and there's almost a full consolidation of power. Come on.
I'm gonna do this at the risk of my own life. There is no point of me making this video if you do not like, share, save, comment, and save this video to your phone as well. I have a child, and my life has never been easy. I struggle and I suffer just the same way that you do. And we are no different from the people overseas. Only one thing sets us apart, and the answer may surprise you. They're fighting back. Not with signs, not with their voices, not with peaceful marches in the street. No, they are fighting back with violence. The same thing that you were told wasn't the answer to your problems. That was the biggest lie they ever told us, all in fear of you actually standing up for yourself, your children, your livelihoods, and the future of humanity. I have written all of this down, but I'll say this again. I'm doing this at the risk of my own life and my child losing her mother, because I feel the people that truly have nothing to lose will never say this shit themselves. It's time for violence. 3 weeks from now, you all need to meet at your city squares, your city squares or your town squares. Come prepared to be a medic, to be a frontliner, to be an armed warrior, to defend others, to fight with everything that you have in you. Because this is not just about America anymore. This is about saving the future of humanity.
Violence is the answer. Stop telling us it's not. It's the only way that these types of regimes have ever been overthrown. It's never been through peaceful protest or contacting your congressperson or your senator. It's violence. It's always violence. So prepare yourself.
I'm tired of getting on here saying this shit. I'm tired of talking. We can't move until we are unified. If you feeling the same way I feel, wherever you at, you need to be gathering your tribe, unifying your people before anything. Stop commenting, asking what we doing, and simply unify your people where you at.
PSA for Donald Trump. There are 16.2 million inactive veterans in this country. 8.3 million of those veterans are post-Gulf War. When shit hits the fan, you're gonna have to make it through us. Good luck.
How you gonna go to war with an entity that has people on deck to manufacture weapons, people on deck to inspect those weapons, and an army willing and ready to utilize and launch those weapons?
There's so many different personalities back there as well. But these guys had an issue with this memorandum that was put out. Non-smoking. This will become a non-smoking facility. And on a smaller scale, I also saw how when people are caught up in the hustle and bustle of surviving, while you are asleep, the powers that be are thinking. And what were they thinking about? How do we implement this? And so what happened was, based on what was told to me, Subway made a delivery to this facility. Hundreds upon hundreds of Subway sandwiches and chips. And this would take place in a gym. And so for every inmate and convict, when they go through, they had to sign a piece of paper saying they got their sandwich. They ate that day, or for that meal at least. I didn't go. Because I'm a writer and an artist, I could recall being on my bed, creating some greeting cards. I had a list of, requests, anniversary, Mother's Day, baby, I love you, daddy coming home, that kind of stuff. So I didn't go. And then typically I, feed off the land because I'm an artist and I also write. There are a lot of illiterate people, incarcerated. And turns out that the list involving those people who signed that list saying that they had eaten that meal, that list was turned in. Turned in as a list of inmates that want a non-smoking facility. And so while these men signed to say I ate, the list was converted to a list that consists of I want a non-smoking facility. And so I'm sitting amongst some angry individuals, and they were like, they need to do something. They need to stop this. They don't want this. And of course, I rebuttal. It's like, that's not the world that you live in. You know, this is already internal work, but you're not going to be able to pull that off. Nobody wants to hear that when they want to achieve something. You tell them you don't have what it takes to achieve that. And so they will push back against me. So why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? I said, listen, just listen. Listen, what do you hear? Tell me what you hear.
I said that. Niggas is bitches.
Tell me what you hear.
I said what I said. You's a bitch. I said what I said.
They were like, yeah, dude's arguing. TV, what? And I said, what else do you hear? Like, what am I listening for? They asked. Tell me what you hear with your physical ears. Everything you hear.
Ajde, Skopljanci, slikaj tu ovo. Ajde, on je bio.
Finally, they hear dominoes. I said, do that sound like guys who are frustrated with their condition? See, that boy got 75 years. Just got it. Dude over there got 3 life sentences. Do that sound like people who are tired of their situation, the condition they're in? I said, so now y'all sitting here talking about a revolution. Revolution starts on the inside of each individual. And what happens is because it's such a drawing power, they come in contact with other people who have that same level of, I'm done, frustration. But here's what's precise. Revolution is not about one person wanting to hold a picking sign and another person wanting to act out. That's what I'm telling them. They're literally on the same accord. If they're going to revolt, it's going to be on the same accord. These guys, you hear guys playing dominoes. There's an argument. There's a TV going. These cats are not frustrated with their situation. And so what you're about to do is walk into a no-win situation because these cats are not tired of the conditions. And they went against the grain, and them, amongst other guys from other dorms, decided to, once they called lockdown, return to your dorms, they decided to hang out on the softball field. A second and third and fourth request, report to your dorms. They want to revolt. When the administration, the doom squad, began to pour out of the administrative building, they began to disperse, jumping over the fence that secured the softball field. By that time, instructions had already been ordered to the office in the cubicle, lock them doors. Everybody out, gonna get it. And they got it. Prison is an inside environment, internal, smaller, but just as effective as what you all see going on out here. Because prison politics, at some point, they can spill or influence what goes on the outside. Those guys operated like the people, of which you all are. When you have people who are still making vacation trips, their minds are set on the nightlife, shopping sprees, celebrity gossip. Those people are not tired. What you're going to have to do is brace yourself for a new way of life. A lot of people, they knock the New World Order. But when you look at it, it's like, it's the world. It involves the world. It's a new approach, a new outcome, a new outlook, a new way of life that's going to involve order. And people have to be realistic to the degree that they are brutally honest with themselves. They're just like, look, it's nothing you can do. It's a new day. It's a new sunlit day. You will not overthrow the order. The order is not concerned with perpetuating the blood, but perpetuating the order. And the order will be established. It is ongoing, as it is now in real time. What the people need to do is accept the fact that they have been contributing factors to this new world order. Novus ordo seculum, ordo epcale.
I don't know about you, but I cannot keep living like this. I am tired in my bones. I am tired in my soul. We are not supposed to live this way. And you can call me crazy, that's fine. I've been seeing a lot of other people talk about this as well. This is not it. This is not the way humans were meant to live. We have lost the plot. We are so far off course. Things are falling apart. I'm honestly very excited about that there is a chance that we can rewrite things, that we can do life differently. I've been having so many dreams lately as well of us living in little communes, little community, and I'm okay. I'm okay. I will be okay. I just know in my soul we are not supposed to be living like this.
Hey, so I'm honestly ready to stop paying my bills whenever y'all are ready to stop paying yours. I really think it's time. If we all stick together and say no fucking more, I seriously think we could change shit for the better. They can't evict everybody.
It's official. I'm no longer just sad. I'm now pissed. Every day in this country, something happens that is worse than the day before. Even when you didn't even think that was possible. When they talked about flooding the zone, they weren't kidding. It is just one horrible thing after another. Distractions are a con man's best friend. Our rights are disappearing. Healthcare is a scam. Wages are a joke, stuck in the 1990s. And the people in charge don't care whether or not we live or die. They become richer while we become poorer. They want us broke, exhausted, and too busy trying to survive to fight back. They say we don't have money for school lunches, veterans,
for people that need the help. But they want to spend $200 million to build a ballroom at the White House. And they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars every day paying sad, pathetic little men to cosplay as cops so that they can abduct people off the streets. It's time to fight back. It's time to stand up, and it's time to get loud. And I don't know what that all looks like, but they want us divided. They want us fighting amongst ourselves. Because that way, they can continue to line their pockets with all of our money while we just become poor with less of a voice. Enough is enough. If we don't all get off of the sidelines right now, there's not going to be anything left to fight for.
Well, what's taking place now is the nation is already divided, past tense. What's happening now is the conquering. The nation is being conquered. And in spite of what people say in terms of their pushback against ICE and they rant about they're not going to have a king, once the military get really active, it is over. I mean, even in Jesus' time, once the Roman soldiers put their hands on him, it was over. Once they got their hands on him, it was over. And so military is necessary in this world. You can have all the religion you want. You can have money, capital. But that military, that's a totally different strength. And at some point, they will be utilized very aggressively. It don't look good. And that was one reason why the Black Panther Party was such a hated group by the establishment, is because Negroes had Islam. Negroes had Christianity. What they didn't have was a military. And once you get that military involved, if they really, really military minded, it's going to be a different response. It's going to get bad.
We did what we came here to do, and so much more.
There is no such thing as lifetime freedoms.